Hey friends, we are enjoying this beautiful snow this morning. Um, Honestly, it's like 1 o'clock right now, but I just want to say, yeah, come on here and just thank you so much for watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of it. It just helps my videos to get out there. And the only reason that I encourage you guys to like, comment, and subscribe is to get my videos out there, because this is what the Lord told me to do. And I know that He's going to take care of that. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for your interaction with my videos. And yeah, we are ready to record part 3 of our testimony. And I'm going to try it like this once and see how it turns out. The other times I had my phone turned sideways, and this time it's upright, so we'll see how it turns out. But you can actually comment and tell me which you like better. If I do it like this or have my phone tilted sideways, because I think a lot of times if I have my phone tilted sideways, it looks like I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking to the side of my camera. But that's just how it looks if my phone is to the side. So anyhow, let's get started on part 3 of our testimony. So when I was talking about in my last one was when we arrived at the little cabin at the campground, when somebody had gotten us a cabin for the rest of the week. So the end of that week comes, and we are in a place where financially we're really low. We don't have any finances. We don't know where to go, what to do, but the Lord has provided for us all the way here, and so we don't doubt that He will, whether He'll keep providing for us or not. So this, the week that we were in that little cabin, we decided, you know what, instead of just keeping our stuff packed in the trailer in here, we'll have it brought out. And so Willis' brother actually brought that out, and he said he would gladly do that for us. So we were so thankful for that, and we were also very thankful that he earlier, when it was time to pack up and everything, Willis had told God, I don't know how I'll pay to get these things trucked out. And God said, you won't pay for this. And so we were just trusting and believing that God would make a way that we wouldn't have to pay. And when our stuff was trucked out, once we decided we could, for at a much cheaper rate, just get a storage container and have our stuff stored in there, rather than storing it in the trailer. So he, the guy that brought it out, and we loaded everything off, unloaded everything, and into the storage container. We were so grateful to just have our things, because that way we could at least go to the storage container and get what we needed, because it was cold and we needed things to, even I had all my pantry stuff in there, and so we were so grateful to have that stuff. The children were happy to see a lot of their stuffed animals and stuff, because we didn't take that with us in the car because the car was so full. But they were so happy to see their toys, and we were very glad that they could have it again. So we unloaded that. Then we decided we're going to go to a park up in Woodland Park. So just for the children to play. We didn't have a place to go at the moment, so we just went up there, and we were praying about it and asking God what we should do. And Willis actually that afternoon, I think he filled out like, I don't know, he put in so many applications in places just to look for work, um, that he could work somewhere, someplace. And you guys, I'm not kidding when I say that he, by the time he was done filling out applications, he probably filled out 30 applications for places. It didn't matter where it was. We'd just be so happy if he could have gotten work. He applied at Wendy's, Subway, McDonald's, Walmart. We're talking all of those places, okay? So he just filled out applications as much as he could everywhere that he could find. And the thing is, many of the students from college were already there, and they'd already gotten jobs and stuff. So a lot of the people weren't hiring anymore at the time because of all the students that had come in already and gotten jobs. So it was basically just a waiting game then. It was like, and we only had one vehicle, so that was one thing that we couldn't do just anything because of just having one vehicle. And if we didn't have a place to stay, then we were very limited on what he could do. So we went to the park, and we just stayed there, let the children play. It was a beautiful day, and about lunchtime someone calls us and goes, "Do you have lunch?" And we said, we don't have lunch, but it's gonna be okay. Children were starting to come to us and say we're hungry, and that is one of the hardest things that you can go through as a parent, is when the children come and say they're hungry and you don't have any resources or any way to get them food. And we sat there for a little while longer, and all at once someone comes with a big bag of burgers, fries, and drinks and water, whatever we needed. And we just ate, and we were so grateful. You guys, here is the place. When you get to that place, you will realize how thankful you are for everything that you get to eat. We never skipped a meal. We never suffered because of not having enough food. God was very much on time every time. And we ate our lunch, and this person goes, "Hey, we booked you guys 29 days of Airbnb, and we want you guys to go there, just get settled in and stuff." And here's the thing, people, we were so grateful, okay? We were so thankful. We knew that God had personally sent this person to reach out to us because we've been praying about this, and we have been asking God to show us a way and to please bring Willis work if he wouldn't mind doing that. But people, we see that God had intentions to bless us through that person and to bless that person as well, because that's who God is. He's a good God, and he cares about us in every single situation. So we go to our Airbnb and we get settled in, and these people come to our door, and they have all the groceries that we need for the next couple weeks, okay? We didn't need a whole lot more. Even eventually, like during the next couple weeks, there'd be needs and stuff, but it wasn't drastic. What we still need on top of that, but we were so grateful. We were extremely grateful for everything that God had brought to us. And we had beds to sleep in. We knew we'd have beds for the next month. And it was just amazing. It just felt like a piece of heaven right there. And we were finally living in a cabin. It didn't matter that it was only for 29 days. It seemed like a long time to us. Even if it was 29 days. And so as soon as we were in there, I told Willis, and we had this conversation with our children. We said, let's pray for a house. Let's pray that God has a house prepared by the time we come to the end of this month. We are going to believe, and we are going to trust God that He will have our house ready to move in by the end of this month, that we don't need to get another Airbnb or, just be living in a hotel or whatever. We're going to believe for a house. And we did. We started praying for a house, and we just trusted that God would take care of this situation. And so I think it was the next week that Willis got into contact with a guy that he met, and he said yes, he actually has work for him, that he can give him work. And so he worked for that guy for a couple weeks, and it was such a God-sent thing because it put food on our table, and we were grateful. And there was still many of our other bills to pay. Honestly, you guys, we had, and we still do actually have our mortgage payment in here, plus electric here, and then also rent payment, which is actually it's so much more expensive in Colorado. You guys, the rent payment is same as the mortgage payment here. So, very expensive. But by this time we had a lot more bills than we'd ever had. And the person that got us the Airbnb said, and we'd also like to just pay your bills. When you're in that place, you're so grateful and you're so thankful. And and that person has actually done that for the last 3 months. Paid all of our bills. Actually 4 months. We are so grateful that God spoke to someone. Because He told us in the start, He said, you will not be able to do this on your own. But He said, I will speak to someone to help you. And we simply trusted God because we had no idea where anything is going to come from. One key thing in believing and trusting for something is never look at certain people like, oh, maybe that's where it'll come from. Because it won't. It will not come from that place. It never does. If God provides something for you, it will not be through anyone that you think it will be. He has proven that over and over and over to us. And so, honestly, with all the things happening and us getting into that Airbnb for 29 days, we were extremely grateful. We were taken care of, just like the Lord had promised us before we started on this journey. He had told us, I will take care of you, and He did. We have no reason to doubt Him in any way now because He did provide for us. And so, towards the end of that month, like I said, we started praying. As soon as we came into that Airbnb, we started praying that the Lord would provide and make ready the house that He wants us to go into after we get out of the Airbnb. Well, guys, I check Zillow like all the time because that's where all the rentals go on, and it was a little bit tough because on Zillow out there, the way they deal with it with rentals and stuff out there is they you fill out an application on Zillow, you pay $30 for each application, so you won't, like, guys, we didn't want to be on there filling out applications left and right because it costs money to do it. And so what these people would do is they sift through their applications and they pick someone out of the applications that they gotten in. And a lot of them go by the amount of income, where you were at financially, by your job that you had previously. And well, guys, here's the thing. With our job history of 2024, our applications look ridiculous. Like, nobody even wanted to give us a chance because of how the job applications looked and stuff. And so how our income looked from 2024. So, not that I can blame them, but it was just how it was. And we had done our very best in 2024 to get jobs and things just happen. Things happen in 2024, okay? So but like I said, we were always provided for. We cannot complain. The Lord did us good, and we learned to trust Him and believe in Him throughout the year 2024. And we come to the last week in our Airbnb, and it was Sunday afternoon, and I checked Zillow to see if there's any new houses on the market for rent. And guys, out there, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown how much it costs to rent out there, okay? So a 3-bedroom house that's nice, you're going to be looking at $3,000, $3,200, anywhere from $2,500 to $3,200 you're going to be looking at for a nice 3-bedroom house, okay? A month. And that comes with a 1-year lease, 2-year lease, like you're locked in, okay? So I go on Zillow on a Sunday afternoon, and I find a house that had just gotten on the market like 2 hours before that. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was nicely done on the inside. Everything was, you could see it was new. Just very, very amazing. And we've been praying for a house that we could host people in, that we could have people for the night. If people came to spend time in Colorado, that we'd be able to tell them, hey, you can come to us for the night. We will cook for you guys, and you don't have to get a hotel. Like, make it possible for people to come and enjoy staying in Colorado without a lot of expenses there. So we have been praying for this along with the house being ready, and we find this house, and it's beautiful. It has 5 bedrooms. It looks completely new on the inside. And I told Willis, just look at this house. I said, this is amazing. I said, is there any chance that we might be able to get in here? Like, it totally was beyond all of our expectations of a house. And it was $2,100 a month. A lot lower than what I've been telling you that the rentals run at, like $2,500 to $3,200 a month. $2,100 a month. So he said, hey, I'm gonna text this guy right away. And he messages this guy on Zillow, and almost right away he texts back with his personal phone number, and they just went to personal texting back and forth, and had their discussions on Texas and stuff. And this guy was like, hey, you guys can come look at it Wednesday. This was Sunday, or was it Monday night by that point? And we had an appointment to go look at it, okay, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. I think it might have been Tuesday though, because we went to look at it, and we started driving back into the mountains, and we had prayed and prayed for a place back in the mountains, back in the country, back where there's no, excuse me, hang on just a minute. And so, excuse me, I had to take care of my little ones here, but I just want to say that we went to look at that place, and there was turns back and forth and back and forth, and back into the mountains for 25 minutes off of the main highway. And we were just amazed at the beautiful country where we're up at 9,000 feet, and we just loved it. We were loving it, okay? And so I just we came back there, we looked at the house, and the guy said that he would go out and get an application for us. So as he goes out, I poked Willis and I said, honey, I said, this is the house that God's going to put us in. Because 3 nights, I think 3 nights before I'd seen it on, Zillow, I had a dream. And there was a lot of details in that dream that stuck out to me. And I saw all those details in that house. So you guys, it was just like a confirmation. It was like God was telling me this stuff, so I know when we find the right house that we can believe that this is the one. And we took that application, we went home, we talked with a couple people, and the same person that has been paying for all our bills also paid for us to get us in that house. Guys, we cannot thank these people enough, because we prayed for so long. We'd asked God, please send someone, please speak to someone, please send someone that you want to bless us with, that you can bless us well. And guys, we are so thankful. We're so grateful for these people. They've been amazing. They're amazing people. And we moved into that house. We found out Thursday nights, we found out that we can have the house. And Friday afternoons, the guy that is renting it to us met Willis at the local bank and gave him the keys, and we moved a load that evening and the rest of the stuff the next day. We had just a few things left in the storage container, and But nothing major, nothing that we couldn't move like very soon after that. I think like a week after that we moved the rest. But you guys, we were in a house now. We had gotten settled in. It was amazing. You guys, we were so grateful to now have our own beds, our own groceries, our own place to have things. Once you're in a house after 2 months of living in Airbnbs and hotels, and you get into a house and you finally see your own stuff again, you realize just how much God has blessed you. And before we left, God had told me to pack light. And after I thought I had like took so much stuff out of our home and just left it in Ohio because we actually didn't need it. And I realized that. And you guys, once I packed out there, I realized just how much stuff I still had. And there's still so many boxes of storage in our garage now. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Because I thought I had taken everything out that we didn't need. And so now I just might bless the local Save and Serve thrift store with some of that stuff, because I don't know what I'll do with it. But now that we were in a house and settled in, we were very, very thankful. And I think I'm gonna stop at when we got into the house, because that way I'm trying to kind of pick my spots where I stopped, that I can easily remember where I stopped and what I'm ready for next. So you guys, this is part 3, and I do not know, maybe I'll have someone's testimony next instead of ours again. We'll see. But I might start someone's testimony next. Someone else, a friend maybe of ours. But yeah, our friends' testimonies are coming too. So stay tuned. As I said, I'm going to try to do 1 video per week, if not 2, or I'm also going to do YouTube shorts as well. So, so I can eventually do a live here and have you guys log in and chat with me, ask me questions if you have questions, and just be here with us. So yeah, and we can have a chat while we're in Colorado and you guys are in Ohio or any other state that you're watching from, that we can chat. So I'm gonna work on that. And we thank you guys so much. We thank you for subscribing, liking our videos, commenting, everything. We are grateful for you, and I hope our story blesses you, encourages you in your faith and your walk in life with Christ. And please, yeah, please enjoy it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We thank you, and we bless you guys.